Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We can finally complete the whole season pass, and today I'm going to be showing you exactly how to do it right now. Because I, like many of you, haven't even got to level 30 yet, and I've seen people get Haaland, which is so gutting. And I'm even going on holiday, but I'm not even stressed because I know I'm still going to get it. So if you're sat there a little nervous thinking you might not get that Haaland card before the game's over, don't worry, I'm here to fix your problems. And all you've got to do to say thank you is subscribe and drop a like down below. If you've got a team like this, you're probably fed up of teams like this or this, and whether you want your favorite cards as a Red Foot Champs card, or maybe you just want some coins to get who you want, so you can finally beat the sweats like me, then head over to skycoach.gg, make sure to pick the amount of coins or rank that you want, use ProRecall10 for 10% off at checkout, and enjoy. So first of all, big part of this is going to be understanding what you've done, what you've got left, and where else you can get XP. Now, first of all, if we do go over looking at the season pass, you can see I've not really got that much left. Obviously, level 40 it finishes. I'm on around level 27. I've got a Div Rivals coming. I've got, in theory, champs that I might do this weekend, but I'm away. And then, of course, the likes of squad battles and things like that. So really, I've got a lot of XP that's going to come to me essentially for free. Any game you play on Rivals, you do get XP at the minute, which is a big win. So it's very easy to knock off a lot of that by doing that. Now, Bon Mati, I've got on the horizons. Of course, I want to test out that Garincha and, of course, Haaland. And realistically, we got about a month and a half until the game is over. So I want to get it soon so I can actually enjoy these cards. So first of all, go through the FC Pro. There is no XP there. So we have a look at the daily play completionist. Now, this one is pretty damn silly, literally just for playing 2 more games. So if we have a look at my daily play, it should be somewhere around here. So I've got 2 more games, and once I complete those 2 games, I get myself the first set of XP from this. Now, obviously, if you're completing the lot, you get Gattuso, which is not an interest to me. You get a 95, which might be useful for some of you. You've got, obviously, the 85 times free if you do all 5 days. Maybe some of you are ahead of this, maybe some of you are behind, or whatever it might be. But the reality is you've got 2.5 days left. So when you're watching this, you've probably got 1.5 day. You should have been doing the daily plays. If you haven't, just realize that you need to be checking these objectives. I know that I'm coming at this one a little bit late, so I don't want to sit here and say, oh, you should have done this, yada, yada. Yes, it's something that you should always be keeping track of, but if you're watching this and it is too late, then make sure to keep track of everything else that comes out. It's even just this, it's 500 that you're going to miss on. But what is really useful that we can do right now, which you can find over in the seasonal objectives down at the home and away. So these two, very, very simple. If you haven't done the Gattuso objective, get these done while completing that off as well. Essentially, all you've got to do is equip the home and away kit for footies. So as you can see here, play 3 matches, score 3 and win 3 with both. So really easy XP sort of sets there. You've got 400 for completing both, so that's 800 for the completions, and then for doing each bit you've got 6. So each set is 1,000, so you've got 2k in total for pretty much just buying a kit. We've got 15 days to do this one, so you can literally do this at any time. If you're watching this video, it's definitely worth doing. I know that some people won't want to do it. All you've got to do is, if we go over to the store and we'll have a look over, I think it's in like the kits section, you can buy these things individually. You can buy them with points, which I would advise against. Just get them with coins. Let's have a look. Digital kits, so it's not in that one there. It's going to be in like one of these weird bundles here, so I think it's probably at the bottom. There you go. So we got the footies home and the footies away. Now, in total, it's going to cost you 90,000 coins. Not cheap at all. I assume it's going to prevent me from buying it because I have stuff waiting. Let's have a look. As you can see, we've got a few things sitting there, duplicates, but I will actually buy that because the reality is, before I go away to Boomtown, which is where I'm going to be away for the next few days, I'm going to play probably 2 games, which means I can get some of that done. I can equip the kit. I will change back to my icon kit because I really like it from the last set of objectives from last season, but nevertheless, that's a really, really easy one that people will just forget to do. And obviously, I know it costs you coins, but if you need the coins, obviously, you're on a channel that posts coin videos. Check out the SBC to millions I did recently, because you literally get 100k from that like that. So you can take that and then you can go and buy those kits. And then it doesn't really cost you anything because you got it used in the video. Now, we go over to the champions. This isn't really going to get you anything right now. There's no sort of XP benefit, so we don't need to worry about that. Although that Marquisio is probably really fun to play with. If we have a look here, you don't really have a lot of XP available in like those top sections, apart from, of course, your daily play. Silver Cup, you need to play free. I would say just head into the lounge and get 3 of these plays. We've got Stupid Chips over here, Dumb Fries, one of my favorite names. We've got Lookman, which is probably an insane card, but really don't really care about any of them. Get the XP. All you got to do, 3 games of the Silver Cup, and I think these are the ones that people forget about. They don't manage to do. You don't have to even win. You can literally elastic band on the controller, EA will never know. Now, when we go over to the seasonal section, you will see I've done some completions of some of these. So if we have a look here, first of all, I need to do 2 more assists with Fabinho. I need to do 3 more scoring assists with Raitan. And I also need to play 10 matches in squad battles on semi-pro difficulty, blah, 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 with Mertens, Fabinho, and Raitan. So that's a pretty simple one. Obviously, you guys will know I've got a squad that I'm cooking with that, which I'll show you in a minute. Then we've got on this one, Italian Wall. So concede no more than 1 goal per match in 4 separate squad battles with Udogi. We've then got the ones for Diani. You get the drift. So what you want to do, obviously looking at these ones, you want Aubameyang, you want Udogi, and you want Diani in the same squad, along with Fabinho, Raitan, and I'm going to forget the other one, Fabinho, Raitan, and Mertens. That's the one. See, I'm a little bit slow sometimes, but we get there. So if we have a look at the featured squad, let's say we would play it on professional. If we have a look at what I've got here right now, Rashford in there, he shouldn't be there. We want to stick Pierre up front, and then that will get me done. So we've got obviously Fabinho, Raitan, Mertens. We've got Aubameyang, Diani, and Udogi. So that is 6 of the players from 2 of the sets, which means I will be completing simultaneously those objectives. Now, some of you may not have all those players yet. I've played a lot of Weekend League, a lot of Div Rivals. If you don't have those players, that's fine. You can still do games to earn them and then build a team like that. And in the meantime, just do a team with like one of the sets. So you can do this team by now, definitely, if you've been playing the game essentially at all, and then obviously build up towards this. But it's very easy to do these 2 at once. Now, the only thing that's a little bit long is of course Footy's Fatty, Rashford, and then we've got here as well Obadov. Now you do all 3 of these as soon as you sort of finish this first section here, so you can switch those players in and out. Obviously you saw I've got Obadov, Fatty, and Rashford. The only thing is you have to play 30 games with them, so you are realistically going to have to do an entire set of squad battles. But that's basically the way you've got to look at this. So make it simple for yourself. If we go over, let's have a look. If we go over to the actual squad battle section, because this is of course the important bit. So 30 games, realistically, if you play these even on like pro, you should end up in Elite 3, which means not only are you going to get 700 extra XP, which is brilliant, you're going to get a 1 in 394 plus Path to Glory, which is basically a very expensive SBC right now that I got Saliba in, I got Alaba in, Alaba, both centre backs. I got Benzema. I've had a ridiculous Goretzka. I've had some mad players in these at the minute, so it's worth putting the extra effort in to get an SBC like this on top, because realistically you're going to have to play the 30 games. You probably don't want to do it in Rivals, although I see a lot of people with those players in the Rivals. Like Rashford's sick, but I mean, actually, you know what, Obadov's actually really good as well, but you probably don't want it. You've probably got better players, and if you don't, brilliant, get them in, do it like that. It's going to be an easier way of doing it. But if not, squad battles method, for those of you who don't know it, we've done a video on it, so just go check that out. But essentially, squad battles method is you can play squad battles in the background. I could literally be sat, you know, I've got all my camping gear, you can't really see it, but I've all got all my camping gear on my bed for Boomtown. I'm going to pack that. I could sit and have squad battles games playing on professional, or start the game, score a goal, leave the controller, wait for half time, play it, and like be doing other stuff, and that would work. So you've got that sort of method there as an option to you. And obviously for each of those, you're looking at 4k XP. I mean, if you've got these sets done, so you're looking at 1k there, you're looking at 2k there, so it's 3, then 4 here, so you've got 7k of XP. So for me personally, just off of doing them, and then of course we add in like the game XP and things like that, you're looking at about 8k. So for me personally, I will be on level 35 essentially, just for doing all those things. So that's literally going to take me up from level 27 to 30, well, not even 27, level 26 to 35, 9 levels just by doing those very, very simple things. And then I get Bonmati as well, who, yes, goes in an SBC, but it's okay because that's a 98 card. And then very soon after that, you're looking at, I mean, realistically, once you get to that point, you will be, what, 5k off Haaland, and that's pretty damn easy. Of course, if we look at Rivals, I mean, this is a very good example. Obviously, we've got champs there, but if we go over to the Rivals section of things, for my rewards, obviously I'm in Div 1 right now, and I'm only there because of my team, which is why I'm a little bit scared to start the next season or the next game in like Div 2 because of, or not Div 2, Div 7, but like with all the players from Div 2 to Elite, which is mental. But if we have a look here, I'm going to get 700 points for Rivals, 700 bits of XP, which is just like ridiculous. Like look at all the things that you get for just doing Rivals, and that's like another easy way to cut things down. And then of course there's going to be another week of Rivals, but even then, I mean, just play foot champs as well. Once again, you just for playing foot champs, if we go over to here, if you get in foot champs, you're looking at a return of 1,350 XP. So I'd get another 2k just for doing rivals and foot champs. Like, it's that easy. Like, it really is. And I know some people don't do rivals or foot champs, so that's fine. There will be further XP coming for you guys. Don't you worry. And I'm pretty sure they'll do a pack. I don't know if they will, because they didn't last season, which is a bit weird from EA, because they do love a pack to bump up the profits. But nonetheless, you guys should have enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. Make sure to subscribe to see more, and I'll see you tomorrow.